Good afternoon, UCF Knights. I'm Jimmy Calhoun, and here's a quick look at what's making news on Monday, March 5th, 2018. UCF's SGA Presidential Election voting begins today. Students can vote at one of the SGA tents in the front of the Student Union or by My UCF Online. Voting ends this Friday at 5 p.m. To learn more about the presidential platforms, visit ucfsga.com/elections. Kappa Delta brings the UCF community together to remember the victims from Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. On Saturday, Kappa Delta members and other students gathered to show support to all those affected by the shooting. One by one, the students left their handprints on a banner that will be sent to the school. Natalie Zakaria, a member of Kappa Delta, feels an emotional tie to the Stoneman Douglas shooting.
When it is like so close to your hometown, it definitely takes a toll on you because you always think, what if it was your school or it was my sister's? So it really makes you want to like give back even more and like be so supportive.
Along with the banner, students released balloons with the names of each of the 17 victims who lost their lives. They placed 17 pinwheels in the front yard of the Kappa Delta sorority house to symbolize an end to child abuse in America. Zakaria hopes that their efforts can show those affected by the shooting that UCF stands strong with them. The Indian Student Association celebrated what they call an Indian Thanksgiving. It's a holiday called Holi, also known as the Festival of Colors, where they welcome the arrival of spring. Nightly News went to the festival to find out about the victory of good over evil.
Showcase the colors which represent the 8th avatar of the god Vishnu, Krishna. President of ISA, Sanjana Prati, explains what Holi is.
There was this demon, Holika, and there was this, she really hated this little kid because he was worshiping one of our major gods, and she wanted to kill him pretty much, but because he was such a big worshiper of that god, she just died in her own fire in a way. So that's a big victory for us.
The event was full of color as the crowd had 4 rounds of color splashing where no one was off limits. Attendee Kailani Adkar says Holi is an Indian tradition and she is happy to celebrate at UCF.
This is a part of my childhood. I don't remember when I had not played Holi in my entire life.
Holi is praised in India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and South Asia. In recent years, the holiday has spread throughout Europe and North America.
Now, as you can see, I myself have participated in today's festivity. Now, Holi falls on the full moon on the Gregorian calendar somewhere at the ending of February and the middle of March, a calendar used in several countries for administrative and official purposes.
ISA also has Szechuan noodles and Indian veggie stir-fry. ISA Vice President says Holi is a bigger event every year at UCF.
About 100 to 150 people that would show up. Last year was 600 people that would show up, and this year was 1,100 people.
In some cases, Holi is celebrated in front of a bonfire where people pray that their internal evil will be destroyed. ISA says at the end of the day, Holi is a big party for everyone to come together, eat, drink, and have fun. Reporting in Orlando, Princess Jeanne Steverson-Lowry, UCF Nightly News.
ISA hopes to continue building Holi at UCF. They say they put on the event to showcase Hindu culture and values. If crowds continue to increase, Holi will be moved to Memory Mall. The next Holi holiday is March 21st, 2019. PETA and the Animal Rights Foundation of Florida protested against SeaWorld with the help of the UCF Knights for Animals Rights Group. The protest took place outside the main entrance of the SeaWorld theme park. Activists held signs with messages about marine animal liberation. The goal is to pressure SeaWorld to end all breeding programs, release their orcas to sanctuaries, and to stop holding animals in captivity. In an official statement, SeaWorld said that they are committed to the physical, mental, and social care and well-being of the animals. This contrary to the claims of protesters. Knights for Animal Rights has more initiatives planned for the spring semester. Information is available at facebook.com/Knights for Animal Rights. Today, UCF is putting on a health fair called Journey to Our Health. The health fair will provide healthcare screenings and talk about health education. Nightly News reporter Khalil Maycock spoke to one student to talk about her journey to being healthy.
If I eat food, I can dance.
That's the mindset Katie Matterson took after being hospitalized for not eating at age 16. She was diagnosed with anorexia nervosa binge purge subtype. For Matterson, this meant going through periods of not eating, and when she did eat, throwing up her food. Matterson says she's now healthier and her passion for dancing plays a huge part in this process, a passion she learned about while hospitalized.
I remember wanting so badly to be able to play Just Dance that I started eating more to do that, and I think that's when I realized dancing's what I want to do.
Before Madison got to this point, she had periods of slip-ups along the way to recovering. But throughout that period, Madison's mom says the disorder helped her and her daughter in a way.
Maybe got us a little bit closer to where she felt like she could open up to me. Because obviously she had been keeping it all hidden.
For Madison, she says her eating disorder was partly brought on by wanting to control one part in her life, and to make sure that part seemed perfect.
However, therapist Jackie Tanner Bradfield says it's hard to find the cause of this disorder for the millions of people affected by this.
It's a very complex disorder, multifaceted. There's never any one thing that we can look back and say, this is what caused that.
When I asked Madison if she were to look back, what's one thing she would tell her former self, she says,
I guess just to believe in myself.
And she says she wouldn't have been as hard on herself. Reporting in Orlando, Khalil Maycock, UCF Nightly News.
For students who may be struggling with eating disorders, they can get help. On campus, students can go to counseling and psychological services to speak to a counselor. The UCF baseball team bumps up their win streak to 7 after defeating Wagner 12-0 on Sunday. The team's starting lineup dominated at home plate. Head coach Greg Lovely says the teams excelled offensively. Griffin Bernardo went 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs, hitting his first home run of the season. Rylan Thomas had 3 RBIs and 3 runs, while Jackson Webb chipped in 2 runs. The Knights will take on number 1 UF this Tuesday at 6:30. The UCF men's basketball team ended their regular season on a high note. The Knights defeated Tulane 60-51 on senior night. UCF held the Green Wave to only 35% shooting. With the Knights' win, they secured the 6th seed in this weekend's AAC tournament. They will play Eastern Carolina on Thursday. Tip-off is set for 9 p.m. at the Amway Center. And here's a quick look at our weather forecast today. Today is sunny with a high of 77 degrees. Tonight will be mostly clear, then patchy fog and a low of 58 degrees. Tomorrow will be just as sunny with a high near 84 degrees. There is an 80% chance of late night showers with winds coming from the southwest around 12 miles per hour. That's all the time we have for today. Don't forget to keep up with us throughout the week on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter page at UCF Nightly News. Make sure to check back for another UCF Nightly News update. I'm Jimmy Calhoun. Thanks for watching and have a great day, UCF.